It is Tutorial Sunday. I'm trying to do one every week. This one's going to be over OpenBB. It's a open source software. It's kind of a play on a Bloomberg terminal. For those of you familiar with finance, the Bloomberg Terminal is a software that a lot of trading desks use. It's very popular on Wall Street. It's got everything you could ever need. The problem with it is that it's very, very expensive. It's tens of thousands of dollars, monthly subscription. So unless you work for a big Wall Street firm or a company willing to pay for you to use it, you're most likely not using it. That's why open source technology is so cool, because people are replicating these useful tools and opening the code to the public. This project got me really excited when I heard about it, downloaded it last night. I've only messed around in there a little bit, so we're just going to go over a full installation, and then I'm going to teach you how to navigate it and be on our way. So we're going to go to openbb.co, install. Going to go down to the installer. I have an old Mac, so I'm going to use Mac Intel installer. If you have a newer Mac, you'll probably be using this one, but pretty simple. You download it. I always click open when done, and then just kind of wait. It'll pop up and ask you if you agree to the terms and conditions. If you do, you'll just drag it into your applications folder, and it'll start installing. You'll want to come use this magnifying glass once it's done and just search OpenBB, and then you will see an option. Make sure you choose the application. It should open a folder like this. So we're just going to run it once it's here. Takes a little while to open, but once it's open, you can kind of see it. It already kind of looks like a Bloomberg terminal a little bit. It looks like running in a regular command terminal or Python terminal. Here we go. There's two main commands that you need to just navigate this. It's going to be you can see it here down at the bottom, the H and the Q. So when you type H, it's for help, and it's going to pop up your menu here, and then Q is return to the previous folder, basically. So like, let's go to the stocks folder. It's kind of like navigating your folders in the terminal. We're just going to type stocks. The internet's probably a little slow, so bear with me. And here we go. Now it's taking us to the stocks. See how we're in this stocks folder? Okay, so now we're gonna just do you can search or you can load. Let's just do AAPL. Apple's one of the most liquid stocks in the market. So let's start there. Why is liquidity important? Well, it has to do with just how many people are trading it. If you're someone that trades options or gets into the options world, liquidity is very, very important, because you can be in the money, but just because you're in the money and your option strike price is in the money does not mean that you'll be able to sell that contract. Remember, it's a two-party contract. So if you're trying to trade options in an illiquid stock or something you think's liquid but it's not at the moment, you're just kind of going to be SOL. So you got to pay attention to some of these things. But here we go. So as you can see up here in this menu, it gives you all the things you can type. So let's just do candle, and it'll kind of tell you. See, if you just type CAN, you can hit tab and it'll finish the sentence for you. But we'll just do I've loaded Apple and then typed candle, so now it's going to give us a chart. We can actually throw this on a different screen if we want. I'm just going to minimize it for now. Nope, doesn't want me to minimize it. Okay. Probably because I don't have my second monitor plugged in, and I'm probably on default settings. Okay, so let's see what else we can do here. We can get the trading hours. Just type TH. We got options data. There's trends, sector analysis, dark pools, and short data. So for those of you that don't know what dark pools are, some people that trade heavily will go out of their way to try to kind of I want to say mask who's initiating the trade. If you have a big company that's trying to get rid of a lot of stock or liquidate or cash in on options for employees, they're not going to just go to a regular broker and say, okay, we want to slowly start selling off throughout the day, because other people will pick up, short the stock, sell before they finish, kind of play to that. So some companies will go to great lengths to trade through other companies, kind of creating smoking mirrors. For example, most people don't know Robinhood is actually a dark pool. It's owned by another company, and a lot of trades go through Robinhood. So look into dark pools. It's interesting how deep some of this stuff goes and how complicated it really is. But this is what this stuff is great for. You can get data on some of this stuff. Behavior analysis, comparison data, more candles, news. We can probably let's hit Q. So we're not going to quit. We're just going to do Q. We're just going to go back one. So now we're back in the stocks folder. Let's load another one. MSTR MicroStrategy, one of my favorite ones to follow, simply because of how much they're in the media. Here we go. We have some data on them. We can do a candle. We'll get a chart for them. Throw that on a separate screen. Let's go back to the main menu. What do we type? H. Bring up the main menu. Okay, what do we want to look at? ETFs. Commodities, alternatives. We could just type news, get some news. See crypto. Load. What do we want to load? ETH. Get the ETH candle. Alright, get out of here. Don't have enough screens today. Alright. Get some, see DeFi. Here you can do the pairs, the pools, the swaps. Get a newsletter, get DeFi protocols from dpulse. So there's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot you can do in here. Whenever you're lost, just type H and it'll bring the menu back up. So let's get out of here. Let's go back to the main menu. So why is this important, right? I'm pulling up charts. I'm pulling up some headlines, some data. You can do all this on Google. You can use TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform. Granted, you have to have an account, but Their platform is really smooth, has everything you need. What's the point of OpenBB, right? So the code is out there, people. You can go to the docs on here, or you can just search for their GitHub. I mean, this is open source software, so you can customize it how you want. You can plug into other things. You can connect with APIs, import your own data, backtest. So they've given you all. I mean, all of the code is here. You can build your own algos. You can really customize this software. That's what's awesome about it, right? And I'm sure there's so much more you can do here that I'm not showing you today, but I'm just kind of showing you how to navigate and how to start tinkering with it, because that's really how you're going to learn. There's a Discord channel. You can get in there, ask questions. There's tons of people doing all sorts of things. I know you can hook in with Jupyter. I believe this is Python based, so you can program your own stuff. What else do you need to know, people? We're in the modern world. Finance is in our hands. I remember my grandpa used to tell me he would read the newspaper to see if General Motors was doing good. Times are changing. We're moving forward. There's open source technology. The power's in your hands, people. So this is one of the reasons why this software is so exciting. Unless you were on Wall Street, you did not have access to this type of customability, this type of stuff. I'm going to end it there so the video is not too long. Let me know if you guys have questions on how to do things, how to customize this, what other data you can get out of here. It seemed like I went through a few menus. I'm telling you, I've just scratched the surface. So have fun with it. Alright, thanks guys.